What if I told you that it wasn't all your choice that you were here, watching this video right now? Take a moment to think about that. If every step, click, and late-night search for answers that seemed to lead you nowhere was actually being guided by an invisible hand, what would you do? Something like cosmic intelligence that doesn't care about what you ask for, but about who you are at your core. It's not a coincidence that you're here reading this message. This is what happens. Your reality has already started to change on a level that your physical eyes can't fully see yet. This is an undeniable sign, a real piece of evidence right in front of you. This meeting was set up by your soul. It's a checkpoint on your energetic map that tells you the vibration of your new reality is now strong enough to be felt through signs like this one. If these words already hit you deeply, know that sending this transmission to others makes a difference in the quantum field. It's a kind thing to do that helps this message reach other people in your soul tribe who are ready to be found and at the same frequency. There's no need to search. You have already been found. In the world we can't see, this feeling of being here right now is proof that things have changed in a big way. It is the physical start of a wave of change that you have already started, maybe without even realizing how powerful you really are. This is not the beginning of a process. It is the end of a process that is already moving faster. Your energetic signature has changed so much that the universe has had to change your experience to match this new signal. Your energetic signature is the unique mix of your electromagnetic field that is made up of your long-term thoughts and feelings. At the quantum level, this video, this voice, and these words are just the first sounds of a future reality that is already set in stone. It's the universe's response to your new vibration, a sign that your frequency has been picked up and that your quantum leap is already becoming real. You've been almost physically feeling this, right? You always feel like you're living in two different worlds at the same time, like one foot is firmly planted in the reality you want to create, and the other is still stuck in the old situations you want to leave behind. Some parts of your mind are already fully living in the future you want, where you know you will have plenty of money, deep inner peace, unconditional love, and great health. But then, when you wake up in the morning, you see a world that doesn't match your inner vision. It's a very tiring clash of energies, a split between your inner self and the outside world. You promise to stick to your habits. You think deeply. You say your affirmations. You picture with all your heart. Still, there are times when you feel like you're screaming in a room with no sound and are waiting for the universe to finally hear you. You feel tired all the time from this inner battle, and no amount of sleep seems to help. That's because your soul is tired from working so hard to keep the link between two very different states of being. It's the work of believing in something you can't see, even though what you can see seems to be against it. You feel like an actor on stage, playing an old role in a place that doesn't fit you anymore. But inside your heart, the script for your new life is already written and beating. This stress doesn't mean you're failing. In fact, the opposite. It's the clear proof that you've grown. It's what happens when a consciousness that is changing quickly breaks free from the patterns of an older, denser reality. The energy you feel tired is actually what you need to hold the vibrational bridge between now and the future that you know is going to happen. It sounds like your old world is falling apart to make room for the new one. It's right here, though, where everything comes together, that your soul has been waiting to hear and understand. The world has already heard you. It has always been hearing. Your quantum leap isn't about to happen, or that you need to put in more effort to make it happen. You just feel stuck between two very different worlds. It's because it's already moving very fast. You weren't sent to this video to start over with a fresh change. You found this video and message because the change you started inside has already reached a critical mass of energy in the field you can't see. Next, that energy needs to find a reflection in the real world that matches it. In this moment, the wave of probability has crashed into your real world. Not only are you sending a signal, but you are also beginning to receive it. Press the like button right now if this truth makes you feel powerful. Think of this physical action as a conscious thank you to the quantum field. It's an energetic sign that you understand its response and are ready to receive even more. Everything changes now that I know this. It changes you from a searching person who is frustrated into someone who is aware of a miracle happening around them. You didn't feel a clash because something was wrong. It was proof that everything is working fine. It's the meeting of two realities, with the old one falling apart and the new one taking shape. Picture listening to two radio stations at the same time right before you fully tune in to the one you want to hear. There is nothing wrong with the radio. The static and interference are just a part of tuning it. There's no chance that you found this message among the millions that were sent. Your new state of being, your higher frequency, worked like a strong filter, making you the perfect person to receive this information at this very moment. That is the first physical sign of your new state, a clear echo of what will happen in the future. We're going to be going into the quantum physics behind this amazing event you are living through in this video. The truth that reality is a reflection of your energy will not only hit you, but you will also feel it in your body. We are going to figure out what echoes of future reality trademark really are. This idea will change how you interact with the universe. They will show up in your everyday life, like numbers you keep seeing or conversations that seem to have nothing to do with each other, but answer a question in your heart. What's more, you will learn how to consciously connect with these echoes. You don't need to make them happen. You just need to receive them in a way that speeds up your quantum leap and makes the transition easier, faster, and more fulfilling. You're not going on this journey to learn something new. You're going on it to remember a power that has always been inside you. Take a moment to subscribe to make sure you stay in touch with this current of awakening. Do not see it as a click, but as an energetic promise to your own journey. It is a clear message to the universe that you are committed to mastering your own frequency. The clear and direct goal here is to move you from a state of passive hope to one of active and powerful recognition. We'll move on from the theory of manifestation to the practice of receiving. Instead of looking outside for proof, you will start to see the proof that is already there, hidden in plain sight. You will see every synchronicity, déjà vu, and strong gut feeling in a whole new way. You will no longer see them as random events, but as data, a direct message from the quantum field, confirming that your new mental and energetic programming is being imprinted onto the matrix of reality. This information will keep your frequency stable, get rid of the doubt that gets in the way of the process, and change the stress of waiting for something to happen into the calm certainty of knowing it will happen. You are about to learn how to read the signs of your own wonderful future, like a native speaker of the language of vibration. Just for a moment, I want you to stop all of your struggles. Don't try to figure everything out with your mind. Don't feel like you have to make something happen. Allow yourself to take deep, slow breaths and just take in this message as the first clear sign of your new life. You can feel these words in your heart and in your cells. See the truth that's vibrating behind them. Your soul already knows it very well. Coming here isn't the beginning of your long search for answers. It's proof beyond a doubt that your search is over and that the reality you made for yourself has finally found you. You are about to reach your goal, but this is also the beginning of a new way of being. If you really believe that you were led here for a reason, please take a moment to say it out loud. Feel free to write in the comments, "My soul led me here." Let this be your statement that the reality you've made has found you, and you are no longer lost and searching. The universe knows that you got its message and are ready for what comes next because you typed these words. From this place of certainty and recognition, let's keep going on this journey together. Feel how this truth hits you like a heavy rock. The need to always be looking for something new, the feeling of being behind, and the desire for one more technique, book, or teacher can start to go away now. You can finally give that tired part of you a break. When you realize that this moment is a reflection or a sign, you change the rules of the game of creation. You're no longer a pawn being moved by unknown forces. You're now a player who is beginning to see the rules more clearly. Don't try to figure things out or doubt them. Just let the peace of this recognition settle in. That kind of peace that doesn't come from getting what you want, but from being sure that what you want is already on its way, and that this meeting is proof of delivery. First, let's clear up one of the biggest myths about the law of attraction. This will help you make the change faster. You were taught to try to bring things into your life and to attract health, wealth, and love as if they were faraway things you had to catch. The real physics of manifestation, on the other hand, is much more beautiful and powerful. What you want doesn't come to you. You focus on the present moment where you are that person already. The change never comes from the outside in. It always comes from the inside out. Your job is to change your own internal vibration so clearly and consistently that physical reality is forced to tune into you by the law of resonance, not to persuade the universe to give you something. A quantum entrainment principle, it is. Everything else has to follow you once you become the dominant frequency. To figure out why your quantum leap is already happening, you need to go through this tuning process. You've already been working on yourself. You sent out a new frequency, a new signal to the field when you were clear, at peace, and truly happy. That signal was picked up by the universe, which is infinitely smart and responsive. It never mattered if it heard you or not. What mattered was how long you could hold that new note. This is where the thought of your future self comes in handy. The part of you that already lives the life you want is not some far-off fantasy. The fabric of time and space is real around this point, and it's pulling on your present self right now like a gravitational pull. You are not pushing a rock up a mountain. A more evolved version of yourself is pulling you there. Your energy, which is made up of your heart and brain fields, is like a tuning fork in the universe. You hit this tuning fork when you let yourself really feel the emotion of your desire being met, even if it's only for a moment. It starts to vibrate at a very clear and specific frequency. The quantum field is very sensitive to coherent vibrations because it is an ocean of infinite possibilities that haven't been realized yet. You can't get it to respond to empty words or desperate thoughts because they are chaotic frequencies. A clear, long note makes it react. As soon as you send out that note, the field has to start vibrating in perfect harmony with you. It does this by organizing particles and possibilities to make a physical mirror for your inner music. That is the first sound you hear coming back from this huge vibrational mirror. Your only job is to keep that note going. This means practicing the feeling that you've already arrived, even if your 3D world seems to be singing a different, off-key tune. It takes a lot of faith to say that your inner world is the cause, and the outside world is just the effect. You hold the vibration of your cosmic tuning fork every time you choose peace over worry, gratitude over lack, or trust over doubt. It is up to you to tell the quantum field which version of reality you want to live in. Your old energetic signature is fighting to stay dominant, which is why you're having trouble. Holding on to the new frequency, on the other hand, is what will make sure that the old energetic pattern breaks down and the new one becomes your main experience. Let's think about this in a different way, with a stronger metaphor: the invisible tow rope. Think for a moment that the end goal has been reached by your future self, the person who already has everything you are becoming. They feel safe, happy, and at peace. Now, from that point in the future, they sent out a strong, invisible, energetic tow rope that connected with you in the present. Not being able to settle down, feeling pushed forward, and having a strong desire for something more are not just mental states. This tow rope's tension is what it is. It's the tugs and vibrations on this rope that tell you things, like how to find this video. They are constant reminders that you are not still. Instead, you are moving quickly toward your fully realized self through time and space. Every synchronicity, every number that keeps coming up, and every chance meeting is proof of this connection. These events are not random and should not be ignored. They are direct messages from your future self, who is in charge of the towing process. Think of these echoes of future reality as the message from your future self telling you to change your course. These things are meant to keep you on track, boost your faith, and help you remember where you're going, especially when doubt or fear is getting in the way. When you understand that these signs are part of a planned system for towing, you stop feeling lost and start feeling guided. You know that you're not going through this journey by yourself. The smartest part of you is actually running things for you. Now, I want you to take a moment to honestly reflect on the past week. What number, word, or event that happened over and over again in someone else's conversation seemed to be meant just for you? What unexpected event did you ignore or write off as a coincidence? Think about these things right now. What if it wasn't a coincidence? How about if that goosebumps feeling wasn't just a coincidence? Who knows? Maybe that sound was the tow rope pulling you, a pull on the cable to get your attention. So what if it was an echo of future reality telling you to keep going? I'm ready for you here. You're going in the right direction. You can activate a new level of awareness and strengthen the connection with your future self by reinterpreting these events. This makes the towing process even faster and more effective. Be careful though, and this is very important. The quantum field and your future self talk to each other in whispers, not screams. This is not a big flashing sign. They send echoes. The soul's language is soft and based on resonance and feeling, not on facts and evidence that stand out. And this is where a lot of people get lost in their need for confirmation. Your mind starts to make up signs, mixing up what you want with what you know. The most important thing to know is the difference between a real signal, a real echo of future reality trademark, and the self-deception that comes from anxiety. This is the master skill that separates powerful, fluid manifestation from constant frustration and the cycle of hope and disappointment. This is the next thing we will get. I want you to think about what you've learned so far before we move on to this important difference. Reality isn't coming at you. It's coming out of you. You are moving forward because you know you will succeed in the future. Say that you are aware of this powerful force if you have ever felt an energetic and invisible pull in your life, like something bigger is pulling you forward. Place your comment below and write, "I feel the pull." This isn't just for the algorithm. It's for you. It's an energetic statement or affirmation that lets the universe and yourself know that you are getting help and are ready to do everything you can to help yourself. Holding on tight to the tow rope is your way of saying, I'm ready. You now understand quantum entrainment and the invisible tow rope pulling you toward your future. This is where things get more subtle and powerful. Now that you know signs exist, your mind will start to actively look for them everywhere. One of the most common traps on the path to conscious creation is right here. In its search for safety and proof, the mind can easily start to make up its own signs, giving meaning to random events out of a need to know, not because they are true. Because of this, it is very important that you learn how to discern. You need to learn how to tell the difference between the true energetic signature of a quantum signal, a real echo of future reality trademark, and the loud excitement of positive thinking or a strong desire. The speed of your manifestation depends on how well you can receive things. Excitation is the main sign of a false signal that comes from an anxious mind. It makes you feel happy, gives you a rush of adrenaline, and makes you think, finally, it's happening. I did it. Take note of this response. It shows the underlying belief in not having enough and being alone. The happiness that comes from being so excited is short-lived, because it comes from being shocked that something finally worked, even though you knew deep down that you didn't think it would. Soon after this feeling of happiness comes a new wave of anxiety. Now what? So what do I need to do to keep this going? How can I make this right? Because of this kind of signal doesn't ground you in peace. You get stuck in a new cycle of fear, work, and control. There are always high points and low points in your energy, which keeps you on the roller coaster of duality. A real signal, on the other hand, feels very different when it hits your body. It doesn't make you feel happy or anxious. It makes you feel deeply calm, at ease, and like something that will happen naturally. It's not, wow, that's crazy, that they say, but rather a quiet, ah, there it is. The fact is being acknowledged, not found. Finding the perfect puzzle piece is like finding a piece you didn't even know you were looking for. It makes you feel whole and right. For real, an echo of future reality trademark doesn't feel like a shocking miracle. It feels like something that makes sense. For you, it connects with a deep wisdom, letting out a sigh of relief and giving you the sense that everything is just the way it should be. It's the calm before the storm. This is even more clear when you know that every real signal comes with a seal of emotional truth. This seal is real, not in your head. It's a clear, deep calm that goes through your heart or solar plexus and warms and calms your nervous system. The part of you that lives in doubt and linear time is where excitement comes from. This is where your heart beats fast and your mind races. That's when your soul, the part of you that is eternal and has always known the truth, comes into play. The mind has doubts and needs proof from outside sources to believe. The soul only sees and knows the ways that its inner truth shows up in the outside world. So your body is the best way to tell if you are telling the truth. Find out how to tell the difference between your mind's electricity and your soul's peace. The soul's GPS is another strong metaphor that we can use. The quantum signals you get aren't the whole map of your journey. That's your intuition, that feeling deep inside. In the same way, the signals are not the goal. The goal is to become fully your higher self. In fact, the signals are the soft, reassuring beeps that come from your phone's GPS and tell you you're on the right track. Do not stop. They're not meant to shock you with new information that changes everything. The main goal of these things is to confirm the wisdom that you already have, to help you trust your own inner guidance more, and to keep you going in the direction you knew you should go. You trust yourself more when you get a real signal instead of doubting everything. Give this video a like to physically ground this feeling of deep self-trust. This act should be a message to your nervous system that you want the frequency of peace and inner knowing to be your new normal state of being. So there is no more doubt. Let's directly compare the two experiences. It's a lie that your ego makes up to say, "Look at me. I'm the outside proof that if you work hard, you might get what you want." It forces you to need more and more proof. The real signal, the echo of future reality trademark, says in a soft voice, "See? I told you." This only shows what kind of person you already are. You don't have to look for more proof after that. One makes you act, plan, and be in charge quickly. The other one asks you to be still, trust, and give yourself over to the process that is already going on. One is a stimulant that makes you dependent on it, and the other is a nutrient that gives you freedom and inner strength. Now, take a deep breath and think about the last big sign you think you got. It could be a phone number, a chat, a dream, or a chance. Don't think about it too much. Think about the memory of it instead. Feel it in your body. What feelings and actions did you have right away? What happened after that signal? Did it make you want more, need another confirmation, or be worried about the next steps? Or did it leave you with a deep sense of self-reliance and peace, as if you were remembering something you had always known to be true? The answer to this question is the key to your own discernment. It is your diagnosis of energy. Tell the truth to yourself, because that's the only way to stop stopping your own progress. You reach a new turning point when you learn to spot a real signal through this seal of peace. And this is where 99% of people, even the most aware ones, make a big mistake that stops the whole process of manifestation. They answer. As soon as they hear the true, calm echo, they mentally grab onto it. They think about it, cheer it up, try to understand it, or even worse, use it to force the next step. They can't help but react, even if they mean well. But this can push away the reality that the signal was pointing out, bringing back the frequency of doubt and effort into the field. That's why your next lesson is the most important one. Being able to receive something without reacting is an art. Set this truth deep in your mind before we get there. Do something now, after taking a deep breath. Give up the constant search for peace of mind and recognition. Swap the need for proof for knowing what you know. Promise yourself that you will no longer let the ups and downs of hope and doubt control your life. Instead, you will operate from a place of unwavering certainty. If you want to learn more about your own mind, don't just watch videos on this channel. Subscribe to it. You should do it to show that you are ready to master your own resonance. You can now feel the pull of the tow rope that you can't see. You now know the difference between a real echo from your soul and noise from your mind. Here we are at the very top of your skill level, the art of sovereign reception, which is the smallest but most important step of all. At this point, most people, even those who mean well, ruin their quantum leap by accident at the last minute. When we see a real signal, our instinct is to grab it because we've been taught that since we were babies. We hold it in our minds, break it down, celebrate it with a sense of desperate relief. And then we start making plans for the next steps right away. Even though this reaction seems natural, it brings back into the quantum field the vibration of lack and effort. which is exactly the frequency you have been working so hard to get rid of. Grasping a signal shows that you don't trust it. It's telling everything, "Thanks for this crumb. Let me take over and make sure the rest of the bread gets here." When you grasp, overthink, or try to force the next step, your vibrational state changes right away. That's when the signal got through to you. You leave the calm and magnetic state of being and return to the state of doing, struggling, and controlling that is typical of your old life. Like a reflection in a lake that is completely still, the echo of future reality TM is a delicate object. When you grab, it's like throwing a stone into the water. The picture changes shape and disappears. Your strength is not in how you respond to the signal, but in how calm you stay, which is what drew it to you in the first place. Take on the role of a quantum gardener to really understand this. You have used your intention to prepare the ground of the quantum field. Your high frequency and feelings of faith and gratitude have been like watering this soil over and over again. You walk through your inner garden one day and see the first green sprout poke through the ground. In other words, this sprout is your signal or echo. Right now, what does a master gardener do? Every hour, he doesn't get on his knees and dig up the sprout to see if the roots are growing. He doesn't freak out because he thinks the sun or rain are too strong. He doesn't try to pull the sprout up to make it grow faster because he knows that will kill it right away. The answer from the quantum gardener is the perfect example of sovereign reception. He sees the sprout and smiles with a look that means he knows. It doesn't surprise him. His happiness comes from the fact that the sprout is a natural proof of the rules he set in motion. He only responds with a nod to show that he understands and thanks you. He then goes back to taking care of the soil, which is his only job. He keeps watering the garden with his trust to get rid of the weeds of doubt and keep the conditions ideal for growth. He believes in the process. He understands that the seed is smart and that the harvest will happen as long as he keeps things just right. To keep the frequency steady is his job, not to force the manifestation to happen. Now think about this in a different way. Open your hand. It's like trying to hold water in your closed fist when you try to plan, control, or change your manifestation after getting a signal. It gets away faster through your fingers the more you squeeze. The energy of want, control, and fear is not strong enough to hold the quantum field's fluidity. To really own water, you have to take a deep breath, open your hand into a cup shape, and let it rest there. Your open hand means that you are giving up control, trusting, and letting go. It's an act of pure acceptance. You can't force manifestation to happen. You can only let it. Your open hand is your steady frequency. It's a silent invitation for reality to start to settle in. This position with the hands open is what sovereign reception is all about. Because of this, you can say thank you without speaking, but you feel it in your heart. It's the calm and respectful acknowledgement that doesn't need a party or approval from others. It looks like a king or queen is getting a gift. They don't jump for joy when they find out something. They nod in agreement because they know the gift is just a way to recognize their status. You are being praised by the universe when you get an echo of future reality trademark. Take it in with the same sovereign grace and calm confidence of someone who knows they are only taking what is already theirs by vibrational right. This piece is the last seal that makes your new reality real. So take a moment to honestly look at yourself. When a small or large sign of your future shows up in your life, what is your first natural reaction? Is it a happy, finally? followed by a scared, "Please don't go away?" Like everything could be taken away from you. Or is it a calm, thankful nod, an inner smile, and a deep sense of rightness, like getting a package that was paid for and agreed upon weeks ago? There is no judgment here. There is only the chance to become more aware in a way that changes everything. Realizing your reaction pattern is the first thing that you need to do to get past it and choose the posture of the architect instead of the hopeful victim. Anchor this sovereign posture now, if you are ready to move from holding on to letting go, from controlling to receiving. Say it out loud in the comments. I receive with grace and certainty. Let these words change how you react to the gifts in the world. As you say this, you're not longer a hopeful beggar, but a calm, deserving recipient of a reality that is already yours by divine right. Mastering this art of receiving in silence and without interference is what changes you fundamentally. It's the last graduation. That's what changes you from a hopeful passenger on the life train, looking out the window for signs that you're on the right track, to becoming the engineer, the planned builder of reality who knows where they want to go and trusts the journey alone. You stop being someone to whom things happen and start being someone who makes things happen by being stable and magnetic. This is what makes you powerful. The goal is not to make the world change, but to become so stable in your new frequency that it has to change itself to fit around you. Put your hand over your heart right now to really understand this lesson. Take a moment to close your eyes and feel this. Feel how the energy of grasping and the energy of letting go are different. Feel the power that comes from being calm, trusting others, and welcome them with open arms. You already have this power. You have control over this. Save this video so you can remember this important lesson when you need it most. Make it a resource and a reminder that you can use whenever you see a new sign of your future in the present. Remember how to receive the gifts of the universe with the grace and certainty of the one who made them by using it as a guide. Take a deep breath and recognize the deep change that has already happened inside you as we come to the end of this journey together. This video's starter is not the same person. You may have come here feeling stuck between what you want and what you see. You have a new clarity now. You know that this tension wasn't a sign that you were stuck, but that it was clear proof that you were moving. The proof that your quantum leap is not something that might happen in the future, but something that is happening now and is still unfolding. No longer are you screaming in a room that can't hear you. You are getting better at hearing the echoes of your answer that are coming back to you through the field. We have been through a major paradigm shift together. We've given up the idea that you have to work hard to get something from the outside. Instead, we've accepted that all you have to do is focus on what you already have inside. You found out that you are the cosmic tuning fork whose steady frequency controls the universe's resonance. You became aware of the tow rope that you couldn't see. It was the pull of your future self, who is already there and lovingly leads you. You learned to use your body as a soul's GPS and tell the difference between the excitement of the ego and the peace of real recognition. Finally, you have reached the position of the quantum gardener, who doesn't freak out when they see the first sprout. Instead, they hold out an open hand so that reality can rest in it. Now that you know this, the echo of future reality's main idea grows into something even more beautiful. It's not enough for the universe to just send you signs. The idea is that you are always talking to yourself across the dimensions of time. All of the synchronicities and echoes you experience are love notes from your higher self to your human self. They tell you, I am here. We're going to do this. Have faith in the process. This message reaching you right now wasn't made by an algorithm. It was an act of self-love planned by your smartest self. It is clear that you are a multidimensional being because your quantum leap is already happening. You are a powerful creator who can imprint your will on the fabric of time and space. In yourself, you are a universe that is learning to talk to its depths. To be sure, the quantum field is not an outside, separate thing. This is the empty canvas of your own expanded mind. These are messages from your higher mind to your conscious mind that are meant to gently lead you back to your truth and your sovereignty. Because of this, your quantum leap is more than just getting new things or situations. This is a journey to get back to your original self as a being with infinite power, peace, and knowledge. The manifestation of your new reality is just a natural and inevitable side effect of this wonderful journey of remembering and learning about yourself. If this journey has touched your soul, use that touch right now. It's a powerful act of self-love to like this video. It seals the energy of this whole transmission into your field and confirms that you are a strong and aware creator. It is important that you keep your feet on the ground when you leave this sacred space of clarity. The old programming will be put to the test as you go about your daily life. Though there will be days when your three-dimensional world seems too real, doubt will try to enter your mind. The voice of fear, doubt, and limitation may scream to get your attention after years of forgetting. This chaos does not mean that you are going backwards or that nothing has changed. This is very important for you to understand. It is, in fact, the death rattle of your old energetic matrix. It's the static and noise of a frequency that is being turned off for good. Don't fight these times of resistance, fear, or doubt. That's not your job. Don't be afraid of them. Don't give them your strength or your faith. You should just look at them with the same calm and in-control way you have learned to look at good signs. Think and feel these things as the last echoes of a reality that is ending. They are ghosts that can't do anything unless you pay attention to them. Make this your unshakable truth to keep your strength during these last stages of change. Post this in the comments. I am the calm in the chaos. This is being typed acts as a strong energy shield. It's your declaration of independence, a way to remind yourself that you are not the storm of the old reality falling apart, but the stable presence of the new one rising. Your shield is peace. Being able to stay calm and focused in your new frequency, even when the old one is crazy, is your final and undeniable proof that you made the right choice. You have become the new truth. You are no longer a passive seeker. You are now a deliberate builder. There is no longer any control over your life. You are the force that makes things happen because you are stable. You're not the only one. When you become aware of this power, you become part of a global wave of souls remembering who they really are and working together to make the world a better place. Your own calibration makes the whole thing better. You are an important part of this shift in the planets. You can make this group energy stronger by sharing this video. You're not just sending a link. You're sending a strong light beacon that links you to other people who are building the new world and makes the whole grid of global consciousness stronger. You are now ready to take the next step, to actively calibrate your nervous system and energetic field to become an even stronger and irresistible magnet for that reality. This is because you know how to recognize the echoes of future reality trademark, and more importantly, how to receive them with sovereign grace. The high voltage of your new consciousness needs to be able to stay in your body. At our next meeting, we'll talk in more depth about how to use the frequency of materialization in real life. We will talk about how to adjust your nervous system, Keep your energy centers in balance and turn your body into a living, pulsing portal that your quantum leap can use to anchor itself fully, quickly, and permanently. To keep going with this deep calibration, make sure you have subscribed and that notifications are turned on. You are energetically invited to our next meeting. This will make sure that the universe can send you the next part of your quantum upgrade directly and without any problems. This is where heaven and earth meet, where spirit and matter come together inside you. Now is the time to take a deep breath and enjoy your newfound freedom. Be sure of yourself as you walk, like you know it. You are already moving. Your new reality is ready for you to fully arrive.